Beginning. The first thing Captain Elias Rourke noticed was the sound. Not the alarms, not the hum of the station's failing reactors, but her breathing, ragged, uneven, metallic. It echoed inside the sealed medical bay like a broken rhythm, half mechanical, half alive. She stood in the center of the room, towering over him. The alien woman, if woman was even the right word, was encased in layered obsidian armor, each plate etched with glowing sigils that pulsed faintly with her breath. The suit wasn't merely protection. It was life support, ceremonial identity, and biological interface all in one. And it was failing. "I need you," she said, her voice strained but steady, translated by the station's AI into human speech. "To remove my armor." The room went silent. Elias froze. That single request violated at least 12 interstellar treaties, 3 medical ethics codes, and one unspoken rule that every human learned the first time they encountered the Velari. Never see them unshielded. The Velari were not just another alien species. They were an apex civilization, warriors, scholars, and judges of entire star systems. Their armor was sacred, bonded at birth, and never removed except during death rites or ascension ceremonies. And she was asking a human to do it. "Your Grace," Elias began carefully, using the honorific the Velari demanded. "If I touch that armor without authorization, I will suffocate," she replied simply. Her knees trembled. One gauntlet hand pressed against her chest plate as the glowing sigils flickered erratically. Elias swore under his breath. The station they were aboard, Outpost Helios 9, had been crippled by a pirate ambush hours earlier. Emergency power barely kept life support running. Most of the Velari delegation had already been evacuated. Except her, Commander Saralith Kavor, fleet bearer of the Velari Dominion, living legend. The one who had crushed 3 rebellions and negotiated peace with species humanity had only read about in classified files. And now she was dying in front of him. "Talk me through it," Elias said, stepping closer. "I don't know how your physiology works." Her luminous eyes locked onto his. "You must unlock the chest seal. Slowly. If you rush, my lungs will collapse." "Why can't you do it yourself?" A flicker of something crossed her expression. Pride, maybe fear. "Because the armor no longer recognizes me as whole." That sentence sent a chill down his spine. He reached for the first release latch, hands shaking. The moment his fingers touched the armor, the sigils flared violently, and then went dark. Saralith gasped, and everything changed. Middle. The armor didn't open the way Elias expected. Instead of separating cleanly, the chest plate retracted in overlapping layers, exposing not flesh, but light. Saralith cried out as energy spilled into the room, bathing the medical bay in shifting hues of violet and gold. Elias staggered back, shielding his eyes. Then the light faded. She collapsed forward. Instinct overrode fear. Elias caught her before she hit the floor. She was warm, far warmer than human norms, and her skin shimmered faintly, like starlight beneath translucent porcelain. Without the armor's distortion field, her true form was breathtaking and terrifying. Her chest rose and fell erratically. "Easy," Elias muttered, guiding her onto the medical bed. "You're okay. I've got you." Her breathing stabilized slowly, painfully. The station AI spoke up. "Warning, unknown bioenergetic field detected. Human neural patterns are synchronizing." "What?" Elias snapped. Before he could move away, a surge of sensation tore through his mind. Images flooded his consciousness. Battlefields beneath alien suns, cities grown from crystal and bone, the weight of command, the loneliness of immortality. Saralith's memories. He gasped, clutching his head. This is impossible, he whispered. Her eyes snapped open. You are bonded, she said hoarsely. What do you mean bonded? She struggled to sit up, confusion and alarm replacing pain. When a Velari removes her armor without ritual safeguards, the nearest compatible neural presence becomes a stabilizing anchor. Elias stared at her. You're saying me? Yes. The AI chimed again. Neural synchronization at 38% and rising. Elias felt it then, not just memories but emotions. Her discipline, her grief, her suppressed fear of failure, and something else. Curiosity, connection. Across the station, emergency bulkheads slammed shut. Outside, pirate vessels returned, sensing weakness. Saralith's head snapped toward the viewport. They have come back. You can't fight like this, Elias said. You're barely standing. Her jaw tightened. Without my armor fully integrated, I cannot command my fleet. And without command, they will slaughter everyone left on this station. Elias hesitated only a second. Then tell me what to do. She looked at him sharply. You do not understand what you are offering. Maybe not, he said, but I'm not letting people die because of protocol. The bond deepened. He felt it lock into place like a circuit completing. Saralith inhaled sharply as power surged through her exposed form, drawn not from the armor, but from him. What are you doing? She demanded. Helping you breathe, Elias said through clenched teeth as the energy drain made his vision blur. Her armor reactivated, not as it had been, but differently. Human neural adaptability merged with Velari biotechnology, rewriting ancient systems in seconds. The sigils flared brighter than ever before. Saralith stood, renewed. Outside, the pirate ships opened fire. She turned to Elias, eyes blazing. Stay behind me. Ending. The battle lasted 12 minutes. 12 minutes in which the galaxy changed. Saralith moved through space like a living star, her armor responding faster, stronger, more fluid than any Velari had ever achieved. Elias felt every motion, every command, every calculated strike, as if it were his own body moving. The pirates never stood a chance. When it was over, the silence felt heavier than the fighting. The bond did not fade. Back in the medical bay, Saralith stood unarmored again, not because she was dying, but because she chose to be. You saved my life, she said quietly. You saved everyone else's, Elias replied. She studied him with a vulnerability no human had ever seen in a Velari commander. Our laws will call this heresy, she said. A Velari bound to a human. Our armor altered. Our command protocols rewritten. And you? Elias asked softly. What do you call it? She stepped closer. Evolution. Weeks later, the Dominion convened. They came prepared to punish. Instead, they witnessed something unprecedented. A Velari commander operating without full armor, commanding fleets through a bonded human interface, achieving synchronization levels thought impossible. War doctrines rewritten, diplomacy transformed, humanity elevated overnight, not as subjects, but as partners. And when Elias stood beside Saralith before the assembled galaxy, no one questioned it anymore, because they could feel it, the resonance, the future. She leaned toward him and whispered, her voice steady now, unlabored. I asked you to remove my armor so I could breathe. Elias smiled faintly. And instead, he said, we both learned how.